So this week's parsha, the essence of what we're talking about over here is Ava. Avas Hashem. And whether it's the higher level of Ava, B'tanugim, whether it's the lower level of Ava, but either way, you know that it's such an important idea in Chassidus, is the idea of serving Hashem with Ava. With Ava. So in this week's parsha, we have, it starts off with the mitzvah of Machatzis Hashekel. Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu, Zay Yitnu. Zay Yitnu. Right, so famously, in the Yerushalmi it says, Moshe Rabbeinu, Neskasha, Hashem says, give a Machatzis Hashekel, and Moshe didn't get it. So the Eibishter took out a Machatzis Hashekel from under the Kisei HaKavod, a Matbeya Shel Eish, took out a Matbeya Shel Eish, a Matbeya made out of fire from under the Kisei HaKavod, and he shows it them, and he told him that this is Kazay Yitnu, yeah. This is what they should give. So there's famously, there's a Tosfos in Chulin. There it talks about the idea of, it talks when also Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu, Zois HaChaya. So there also, we have a Chazal tell us that when Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu the treifa animals, so he showed them the treifa and the kosher ones. So the fact that the Eibishter had to show Moshe Rabbeinu a to'oi and a aku, what are the different animals, which we say are zomer, right? These animals, like, hey, you can say Moshe Rabbeinu never saw the animals, so the Eibishter had to show him what it is. But a Machatzis Hashekel, Tosfos says, why didn't Moshe Rabbeinu know what a Machatzis Hashekel was? What was the difficulty over there? For the sake of context,
you know how it could be mechaper.
Right, that's what Tosfos says. That's the answer. But before we get to the answer, and don't steal my thunder like that. So we have earlier on in Parshas Tildes, so it says that Eliezer takes out a Nezem Zohav, Beka Mishkole, which is a Beka, what is it? Rashi says Beka Machatzis Hashekel. So it wasn't something which wasn't known. So why didn't Moshe Rabbeinu know what the Machatzis Hashekel is? So what is Tosfos' answer? Tosfos Taka says, Moshe what issue wasn't they didn't know what Machatzis Hashekel was. He was wondering, how is it that this Machatzis Hashekel is going to be kofer nafshi? How is this going to bring a kapara? And that's not a kapara. But we know, brought on in the Medrash, the Machatzis Hashekel was meant to be a kapara on the Chet HaEgel. The Chet HaEgel, it wasn't Stam and Avera. It's Aveda Zara. Aveda Zara is the most essential Aveda that there is. This is an Aveda which we're Moshe Nefesh for. It's at the right. It's at the essence of our relationship with Hashem. The Yidden were even Aveda Zara. And now the Eibush is telling you, Machatzis Hashekel, everyone's going to give a Machatzis Hashekel. Suddenly, this is going to be kofer nafshe. It's going to bring kapara. How is that shaykh? So that's what Tosfos says. No. But the answer is it's a strange answer from Tosfos. So then what was Hashem's answer? So he pulls out a Matbeya Shel Eish, he pulls out a coin, and how did that answer the question? In other words, the question remains, how is it that a Matbeya, like giving a Machatzis Hashekel, can be mechaper on the Avera? So it's brought on the Sfarim. Many different Chassidus Sfarim, the Rebbe also talks about this. But the answer is not in the Matbeya, the answer is in the Matbeya Shel Eish. That when a Yid does a mitzvah, and he gives tzedakah, not stop. Giving tzedakah is not going to bring you the kofer nafshe. It's the Eish, it's the fire that's in it, it's the Avas Hashem, the burn, the bren. That is what's going to bring the kofer nafshe. And that, when Moshe saw that was something which Moshe Rabbeinu was able to understand. That this is really connected to what we're talking about over here, this idea of the importance of Avas Hashem. And where does this fire come from? So this fire is the whole idea of Machatzis Hashekel is a funny mindset. You have, Pasuk says, that everyone has to give a Machatzis Hashekel. Okay, in case you don't know how much the Machatzis Hashekel, the Pasuk says, Esrim Geira Hashekel. A shekel is 20 Geira. So Machatzis Hashekel is 10 Geira. So Esher Geira. So the obvious question is, so say that every year you give an Esher Geira.
Why Machatzis Hashekel?
Why say Machatzis Hashekel? Machatzis Hashekel. And how much is that? Well, a shekel is Esrim Gera, and therefore give Esr Gera. You're giving a kapara to the Eibishter, and what are you giving? The pasuk is making sure to emphasize that whatever you're giving has to be a half. It's not a whole. Why shouldn't I give the Eibishter a whole? And by the way, and what if I want to give the Eibishter a whole dafka? So what state? You can't. Every single one of us considers ourselves to be a whole. I'm a whole. Everything is me and about me. I don't mean that in a holy way. I mean that I don't need anyone. But then if you go to the very essence of a Yid, a Yid is only a Machatzis. And who's the other Machatzis? Is Hashem's other Machatzis. At that level, we are one with Hashem. We bring our 10 Gera, we bring our 10 Koiches. And then that connects with Hashem's 10 Spheres. And together we make a complete shekel. And that is the source of the kapara. When the fire comes from where? From that place in the neshama where I'm a Machatzis, where I'm a half. And then I connect to the Eibishter, that is the ultimate kapara for Avodah Zarah. Avodah Zarah is me saying, I'm a whole, I don't need Hashem. The ultimate kapara is from the Machatzis, when I reach deep into that place where I am a Machatzis. And this connects also to the Yom Tov of Purim, which is coming. You know that Shkolm is very connected to Purim. Gemara says that when Haman gave the 10,000 Kikar Kesef, the Eibishter told Haman, they state Machatzis Megillah, Rasha, you Rasha. For Akadamcha, the Shkolm of the Yidden came and they preempted your Shkolm. And we know also that the Mishnah says that Echad Ba'adar Mashmir Malashkolm, Shachis to Adar. And why is that? Because also by Adar, what happened by Purim? Purim, what was the problem that the Yidden bowed down to? They bowed down to the Tzelem, Shtachu v'Tzelem, and therefore Taka, the Yidden were in deep trouble. And Haman therefore thought that he would be able to accomplish his Gzeira against the Yidden, Rahman al-Islam. What made sure that the Gzeira didn't happen? The Machatzis Hashekel. The etzendike connection, that essential connection that Yidden have with the Eibishter, always have with the Eibishter, always had with the Eibishter, always will have the Eibishter. The fact that Yidden are essentially Yehudim, and a Yehudi is someone who is koifer b'Avodah Zarah. That is what preempted the whole the Gzeira and caused the Yehudim v'Sa'ira, v'Simcha, v'Sasan v'Yikar.